Now to the NATO summit in the Netherlands, where the president is responding this morning to the classified report on the U.S. strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities. ABC News has confirmed that the initial damage assessment found that the strikes only set back Iran's nuclear program by a few months. The president is disputing that assessment, standing by his claim that the sites were completely destroyed. Our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce, is traveling with the president and has the very latest. Mary, good morning.
Hey, Whit, good morning. Well, President Trump has a packed day here at the NATO summit, and he is insisting that the U.S. strikes against Iran completely destroyed their nuclear facilities and capabilities. But sources say that early intelligence indicates that may not be the case.
This morning, President Trump defended his strikes on Iran, claiming that their nuclear sites have been entirely destroyed.
I believe it was total obliteration. I believe they didn't have a chance to get anything out because we acted fast.
However, sources reveal that a preliminary Pentagon report indicates at least 2 of the targeted Iranian nuclear facilities were not fully destroyed, and the strike may have only delayed Iran's nuclear program by a few months. Despite this, President Trump remains adamant that Iran won't be able to rebuild anytime soon, stating this morning that it could take decades.
They're not going to be building bombs for a long time.
But a classified preliminary report from the Defense Intelligence Agency and U.S. Central Command reveals that Iran's centrifuges remain intact. While the bombings sealed the entrances to 2 nuclear sites, they failed to destroy the underground facilities. New satellite images show massive craters from the strikes. But a source familiar with the initial intelligence says much of Iran's enriched uranium was not destroyed, having been relocated before the attack. The International Atomic Energy Agency has raised concerns that nearly 900 pounds of near-weapons-grade uranium remains unaccounted for. Although President Trump continues to claim the strike was a major success, he has acknowledged that the intelligence is still in its early stages.
The intelligence was very inconclusive. The intelligence says we don't know. It could have been very severe. That's what the intelligence says. So I guess that's correct. But I think we can take the we don't know. It was very severe. It was obliteration.
On Capitol Hill, lawmakers are demanding answers after a scheduled briefing on the strikes was postponed until Friday, prompting questions about what's being withheld. However, Senate leadership and members of the Senate Intelligence Committee have already reviewed the preliminary Pentagon report.
What are they afraid of?
All of this comes as the fragile truce between Iran and Israel appears to be holding, with President Trump crediting the U.S. strikes on Iran for helping to pave the way for the ceasefire.
We also have got questions about where all of Iran's enriched uranium is located at this point. And if it's not taken out, what next? Are our troops still in harm's way?
That hit ended the war. That hit ended the war.
And the president this morning says the ceasefire is, quote, going very well. Now, as for that early Pentagon report, the administration is now vowing to go after whoever leaked this. They say it's politically motivated and that they are launching an investigation. Michael.
All right, Mary. I appreciate